Yeah. Where's the cloud? So they finally sent one of their boot. We will do no such thing.
You can't hide.
Show me what you got.
Serves you
Nice
right,
job, everyone.
traitor.
Where's the cloud? You bastards!
You can't hide.
Show me what you got!
Don't.
We make a
mess
good
with
squad.
the Empire.
Tell me you... Oh, and...
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a...
What of these rebels? You...
Can't wait to hear how you spin this tip.
Envoy, tell me... Unbelievable. We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what... Thanks. Well... If you knew how she... There... Oh, I'm sending you to Fior Messiverno. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the... Nor should you be. Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, and even... The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers. And with good... Animancers tinker on souls using clever inventions and ancient pillars of Ardra. They want to change reality as we know it. Make us live longer, or cause better. For all I know, they might be onto something. Or, with a Well, Animancers may be an unpredictable sort. Make no mistake, the Empire's at war with the Dream. You're right to be curious. After all, Animancy is the stuff. Just don't get too curious. If you have... My sources tell me the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul. If we have... Answers. We need all the help we can get. I believe Governor Good hunting.
Hilgard. Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No. Strangling light. Keep her away.
Is that, her?
Inquisitor Ludwig.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this...
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
At least someone remembers their manners. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me. He needs to listen. I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The Living Lands is on the brink of total collapse, and now the Envoy's killer roams free.
The blame is mine.
He's got more backbone than I would.
We should be better than this. Leading by example. What say you? What these people want is irrelevant when we can give them what they need to survive.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the Animancers of Emerald...
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition, even... This isn't the homeland. Clearly I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break... You are free to disagree with my methods, but you... As for you,
She is going to be a problem. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more. Since Liviana gave you a clean bill of health, you're officially... Fair warning, Animancers and Adirans don't mix well. A fair point. No one survives this place without...
They're a fun bunch. Craig. Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig? Well, try not. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stairs...
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
word on the street is you confronted your killer. I'm glad to see you. You know how it is, fighting the...
You could put away the basil, barkeep. No mouthy fools to scare away this time.
Damn it. I was
She asked about...
No. Home, sweet, shameful home.
Well, no one's come to claim him. I suppose I should.
I'm glad those sparrowhawks are gone, but I'm not sure these are deer and cards that shoot.
What'll it be today?
You should keep an eye on that scrape on your arm. You don't want it to get infected.
It barely even counts as a scrape.
That's the worst kind of flesh wounds.
Listen, I wanted to talk. I know you're not asking my opinion, but for what it's worth, Good. Because it is the dream scourge, not Helios. Honestly, I wish more of your countrymen shared your pragmatism. What's on your mind? Rebellion's more like our natural state. People on the island don't much like being told what to do. In fact, and the Stilgar Road. Ludwine and her paladins have been busy in the hinterlands. It's all rumor and speculation. I think you're right. I don't know that these rebels are all that organized yet. But where there's foam, there's... I'm sure you had your own reasons, but I'm glad you helped those two fugitives get to... A lot of people in your position would have left them high and dry, or turned... Yeah, I thought so too. I'm just glad to see people get a second chance. And I'm relieved to know you're the kind of even when your official duties might... I've been told I snore. My favorite... You're asking me? I'm not much of a gossip. Okay, who do you want to know? Long enough that he's got a good roster of stories about my... which he'll remind us of. He's got a soft heart under that gruff exterior. He feels things. If he burns the stew one evening, maybe don't mention it. That's just how he shows affection. He's deeply loyal to people once he gets to know them, and he likes companionship more than he lets on. I think he left Gallowayne's tusks suddenly. And he's never spoken directly about it, but that's what I put together. And losing home, losing the people who gave you a sense of yourself. But don't tell him I told you that. Seriously. Yeah, given everything that comes with being an envoy, I bet that's especially refreshing. And don't worry if he starts badgering you. Okay, but... I think you've been trusted with a nearly... When we first met, I thought that was because you made some power. But as I've gotten to know you, I think that if any... What's more, you haven't let your duties... At the end of the day, and there... Oh, I don't mean to be rude. That's just more praise that... Enough about... Sure. What do you want to know? I'll be here if you need me.
not every day you get to deal with the bird. And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future. That's interesting. Good. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and now you're looking towards Emerald Stair. Whole other kind of... I mean, if you think you've seen forests, think again. Emerald Stair is where nature goes to try out. The trees there are fertilized by the corpses of people who thought they knew what they were getting into when they got there. But past that is the strange stuff. Ruins, spirits, and other things that considered it, sure. I wouldn't be much of a guide if I dropped you off at the edge of Dawnshore and said, good luck. Right. I'm also not charging you for this. So we've got a bit of a walk ahead of us. You might want to get some... Anyway. Ask away. Yes, I did. Unless we talk... No. I'm here to do a job. I don't need to know what color purple your silk jammies were. Best we just keep thinking... Oh, gods. It's like my first week working with Kai. All over again. Oh? We've already talked about this. I hope this is... Right. Well, until then, let's... More often than you think. Someone's always trying to get a reputation by going after people who have one. Turns out those of us who have a reputation... No, I didn't poison that drink. Even the rankest... They clearly heard about my reputation and thought I'd do something like that. Yes, wanted to be the big man. If he was a real hunter, he'd have studied his target and known what I was capable. Lucky for me, he was just a tourist in need of a good We've already... That much is up. I'm not that interesting, and I really don't like talking about the past. Let's... What? Same one you are. What kind of ballistic... Oh, huh. I see. I sometimes use... Lember is the language spoken in Solace. Though everyone knows it here, you don't hear Lember much in the rest of the lands. Makes it easy to see which of us are from Solace. I barely realize I'm doing it anymore. If you want to learn Lember, you'll have to spend time. And that's not going to happen. Ah, right. Something like... I'm sure you'll pick it up as we travel. It's not that blessed difficult. Well, I'm one of the very few people who spends most of their time out in the wilds and haven't gotten themselves killed. I know the difference between Haybleed Toxin and Hytox Bloom. And you know the Balrog and the Grinning... Probably the meanest living thing out in the wilds. Just, I am one of the few who have seen a Balrog and lived. Mostly, we're gonna get you where you're going, Envoy. Alive and with as few blithe tail bites as possible. That, more or less, is all you need to know. Right. What do you... Right. Lovely place, as the Living Lands goes. I advise most people to stay around here. Paradise isn't the safest place in the world, but other than that, you've got bits of forest, grasslands. This is the easiest place to survive in the Huh. Heard an envoy from Adir showed up and got himself killed. Honestly, I don't listen out for gossip much. Trees, rocks, water, dirt. A few Zarps and bears, but not much else here wants to kill you. Enjoy it. Word is the hunting in the Strangle Root has been a lot better since someone cleared out the diseased bear that lived. I never hunt out there, but a lot of people owe someone a word of thanks and a half a jug of Wodak. What? Gods, you should have... Actually, better keep it to yourself. You don't want thump-chested Nimdudes coming after you like... I've been traveling with you. Let's see. Normally you look for some shelter first. Cut down a few small trees, gather moss to keep the wind out. Nothing too elaborate. With so little tree cover, you want to keep moving. Of course, we're always moving, so we just make a quick camp and carry on. I've been traveling with... Right. Good talk.
What, that? I'm just... You see, I bottle them up for a while, and... But don't dodge the issue. We're talking about your brief... By the time I got you to Liviana's, I don't think you had a pulse. You certainly weren't breathing. You must have spent 20 minutes as a corpse on one of her cots before you just came. What did you see while you were gone? What do you remember? Watchers say souls can linger between this world. I've seen Runid talk to them. What happened next? The beyond. That's the realm of the gods, of souls. Well, that? What did you see there? Wait. Someone? At least she wasn't charging. So, someone is reaching out to you from the beyond. They saved you from death, and now they want you to free. Do you trust them? Even if you wanted to leave them there, I get the feeling. Well, even in the land of the strange, you have had the strangest experience. So, this whole time you were in the beyond. And then, do you think there's a way to bring people back from the dead? Yeah. Probably not. Still, you must be tired. For now, check your bedroll for fangworms.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before. Our roots entwine, but a killer freed, a predator returned. Should he not suffer? Compassion for the snake. He killed our... A dam broke. We wept in the... We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. We waken.
Envoy. I speak for Paradise.
You got lucky with the last one you set free, Envoy. Not sure I'd risk it again.
You spared us. That does not mean that we have lost interest in you. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time.
Welcome back.
Haven't you heard it's not polite? Just get lost.
Piss off.
Welcome back, my friend. Did this place always smell like sweat?
Back. We've got Eric if you want to have a good time, or there's Whitney, and there's Worth an Egg, but you don't want that. That's what I get. They can have the stronger stuff when they're nice to me. Like a chalk.
No one tops my prices. What?
One moment.
As long as there's people in the city.
God, I hope she can help. Please, hear my prayers.
They say a strong soul can withstand this dream scourge. Shut.
Oh. This is...
Hey, wait your turn!
Watcher sees all. The Watcher knows all.
Yeah.
The Watcher can provide the answers you seek. Come closer, please. Your soul envoy. You're an envoy. A godlike. The Watcher can see into your soul. There is a soul plague descending onto the city, godlike. But the Watcher can see that your soul... Watcher does not peddle slop. The Watcher must eat to help godlike. The Watcher thanks you, Envoy. The gods protect you, Envoy.
Are you having strange dreams too?
Your soul, Envoy. And... Or what? You'll have me shut down? At least I'm giving people hope. Can you get out, godlike? I have other patrons waiting. For me.
Nice work with that Watcher. Can't have people going around pretending to be insane.
We will be watching, Envoy.
What is it?
They tell me you're going down the wrong stair. Of course. Don't. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Lud... She was looking... I didn't ask. The less I know. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the...
So Ludwine's somewhere out there doing who knows...
Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her...
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their...
I don't like that Ludwine woman.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. And that's gonna mean trouble forever.
And it's a good thing we're getting...
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never...
He means that with all due professional respect.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the drink. Maybe we'll learn something about your...
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are...
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hilgard's already brought your...
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to...
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is... It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian...
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food. Right. You know, present company...
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some...
See what I mean? It turns out that academics are as
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until their ingenuity. But rumor has it... Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if... And... Well, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Third... Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never... You won't regret it. Emerald Stairs, lovely. This...
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their folk.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vine. Well, you came to the right...
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us.
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's...
I hear wiggle room on...
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest.
Well, good to have you with us, Mark.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the... Fior Messi Verno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an anime... I suppose rations and the occasional small game isn't enough. Maybe I'll stop taking Kai on hunts. We'll get a lot more meat without him trying to, Aye, Your Majesty. Let us traverse the deadly forest so you can enjoy your delicious... I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone.
Someone slipped?
I said. Just glad I could...
Right.
Because it's not that interesting, really, and knowing about it won't keep you alive, so why pry? I think there was a period of 3 days when I was in training, but I might... Ha! Not without a sharp blade or a barrel of Wodak, you won't. Anyway, what do you... Companion? It's a blessed miracle he never... Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask. Tell him I said that, I'll cut a hole in... When I was a child in Solace, a warden named Ilinka taught me the basics. What berries to eat. Later, I started going out on patrols, just to get experience in the wilds. By the time I was 15, I was usually part of a small patrol, maybe 4 wardens. We'd travel the roads and we'd make sure the Zarps weren't getting restless. The roads were clear of bandits, and the lava flows. Turns out I was just good at surviving on my own. So I kept doing it. Right, Chief. Anyway, what do you need? Oh. What? Until next time.
Who knew plants could be so threatening? Not a whole lot, and I've been playing around with essence, poking at souls, trying to move them out of and into places. Though, if we're going to understand the Dream Scourge and your godlike... Still, I'm happy to leave those for...
Exactly. Other people. People who are...
Not the same way adherents do. I've just always felt more comfortable with things... Then I guess it's better that you're the one with... my fate. He was my commander in Thirdborn, but he was... Tama helped me out when I first came to the Living Lands over a decade ago. I was still...
Was. This is you, having figured yourself out.
Hey, now I know I can't stomach rusk snout milk. As for what we'll find, I don't know any more than you. I'm hoping for a good baking mold, but who knows? All I know is he said it was his most prized possession, and seeing as he was on his deathbed at the time, I was... Nah, same reason I've got dirty dishes and unmended trout.
You're the only one I know who can sew for an hour and wind up with a...
Next time you get assassinated, Marius will be the one. You know how sometimes you leave a thing unfinished for too long and it just grows bigger and bigger in your mind? I just need to see what he left me. Whether it's one of his old books... A sharpshooter would envy your accuracy, Envoy. Enough from me. Where does... The man couldn't carry a tune, but it didn't stop him from trying. He'd have the whole... He had a vexing habit of saying the thing you most needed to hear when you were least ready. He'd give you the shirt off his back and the meat off his plate. But the selfish bastard left the rest... Hey, you're not the one who did... That's why I've got to put this to rest. No. You've heard everything I have to... Get some rest, Envoy.